Hi friends, a very warm welcome back to our channel. I'm Chanda Mama. This is your Chanda Mama bringing you a new story of the series Adventures of Amar and Ichibo, published in the Gokulam magazine. So let's move towards the story. Amar and Ichibo were flying towards the Grammar Land. The Amar asked Ichibo where exactly Grammar Land was. It can be anywhere, said Ichibo. We just have to close our eyes and rely on our imaginations. Amar was a practical boy. He was surprised and rather puzzled at Ichibo's explanation. Seeing this, Ichibo smiled. Oh, Grammarland is a planet in the universe of language, she said. Amma was quite happy with this reply. They suddenly landed in Grammarland with a bang. Careful, careful, said the stranger as he greeted them. You were talking as you were flying, weren't you? That's why the landing was rough. Come on, come now. There is no time to waste. Let's meet the verbs. They are very large family in the and there are lots of things you should know about them. Amar and Ichibo walked a long way with the stranger before they came to the locality where the verbs lived. The verbs seemed busy a lot. They hardly noticed Amar and Ichibo. The stranger clapped his hands to attract their attention. Come and meet my little friends, he said to the verbs. We are coming, said the verbs. One verb ran, the other skipped, and another hopped. A small group of verbs seemed quieter and walked slowly towards Amar and Ichibo. Meet the verbs, said the stranger. Verbs belong to the two main families. These busy fellows who are always doing one thing or another are the verbs of action. These verbs, these quieter fellows are the auxiliary verbs. What exactly is a verb? Asked Amar. All the verbs looked surprised at this question. A verb of action stepped forward. We are the most important words in the language, he said. Yes, yes, we are, shouted all the verbs. They began to sing in chorus. Without us, a sentence can make no sense. Action and auxiliaries. We verbs take the tense. The head of the family of the verbs of action stepped forward. There are thousands of us, and it's impossible to introduce you to us all. But let me introduce you to jump, eat, sing, and laugh. The four verbs stepped and demonstrated what they could do. Then the head of the family of the auxiliary verbs stepped forward. The verbs of being are part of the auxiliary family, he said, and he introduced them to Amar and Ichibo. They were be, am, is, are, was, and were. The verbs of being bowed and told Amar and Ichibo that they had many uses. Do tell us about yesterday. Yes, sir. Do tell us about yourselves, said Amar with interest. We could never understand when our teacher taught us about you, complained Ichibo. Look at these sentences, said the head of the family of the auxiliary verbs. I am an Indian. She is a good girl. They are doctors. They were ill last month. Here, the verbs of being stand by themselves and help to make full sentences, said the head. But now look at these sentences and tell me what you noticed. I am going. She is singing a song. They are learning history. They were digging the road. The head looked at them inquiringly, but Amar and Ichibo were too timid to answer. In fact, they did not know the answer. The verbs of being help from the progressive or continuous tense, said the stranger. They combine with the verbs of action to do so. The other important function we perform is to form the passive voice, said a verb of being. Ram killed a snake. A snake is killed by Ram, which becomes passive. Why must we use the passive voice? Asked Amar plaintively. He was getting a little confused. You must use the passive voice when you are interested only in the action, he said. And said the stranger, listen to this sentence. My jewels were stolen last night. No one is interested in who stole the jewels. It could be a servant, a robber, or even a friend. The importance is given to what was done, not the doer. Amar and Ichibo were overwhelmed. there are there were so many things to remember about verbs. Seeing their dazed faces, the verbs are being recited in chorus. Remember us. We stand by ourselves and help to form sentences. We form the progressives along the verbs of action. We help to form the passive voice. Amar and Ichibo turned to leave. You have forgotten to introduce us, said a soft voice. Dear me, so I have, said the stranger. Amar and Ichibo, come and meet the rest of the auxiliaries. Hurry. So Amar and Ichibo were greeted by have and do. You can tell them about yourselves in the next visit, said the stranger. It's getting late for them. Amar and Ichibo waved goodbye to the families of verbs and turned to fly home again. So, this was the story Amar and Ichibo published in the Gokulam magazine. So, till I come back with a new story, new video, till then stay safe, and take care. This is your Chandamama signing off.